Hey, are you trying to attract money in your life, but it's just not happening? Well, today I'm going to share with you 3 really valuable things that you should never do if you're trying to attract money. Stick around. Most of us don't even know it, but if you want to attract money in your life, there are some things that you're doing that you don't even know that's pushing it away. And today we're going to cover that. Welcome to the channel. My name is Max Ryan. I am a spiritual teacher, a law of attraction expert, also an intuitive. So if you're someone that's wanting to really ramp up your life and really attract positive results in all areas of your life, you might want to stick around and subscribe. Okay, so let's get to it. The number one thing that you should never do when you're trying to attract money, and this is something most of us are doing more than I actually think you may realize. Here it is. You should never, ever again, did you hear me? You should never, ever again say this phrase: I can't afford it. I know you say it all the time. Words are powerful. The more you say, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, the more you're creating synapses in your brain, in your vibration, that's going to tell you and the universe, you're never going to get there. You're never going to be able to afford it, right? So definitely make sure you stop saying, I can't afford it. So let me just say this one more time. Every time that you say something, what you're doing is you're affirming what you're saying. Of course, what you're saying is coming from somewhere really deep, actually. But we want to start with our words. When you keep saying, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, your MO becomes walking through life in scarcity, walking through life and actually having to have money all the time. That's another subject, but we'll come to that later. All right? So make sure that you cut out, I can't afford it. Here are a couple suggestions of what you could say instead of I can't afford it. Okay, instead of saying I can't afford it, try this. Try saying, right now, I'd rather put my resources towards blank. Say that instead, even if you don't have a lot of other resources, right? So, I'd rather put my resources, because that could be money, that could be time, that could be a lot of things, towards blank, towards saving for my house, towards the vacation I'm going to take, whatever happens to be. So you're affirming that you have resources, but they're just not going to go here in this moment. Get it? Okay, so the next thing that you can do instead of saying, I can't afford it, tell yourself it's not the right time. I know that's using a not, but just say, the timing is not exactly right for me to have this thing right now. That's okay, because it leaves the door open that the time will be right at some point. You get it? So you're setting your psychology up so that at some point, it'll happen, right? This is both of these things are actually much better than saying, I can't afford it, I can't afford it, I can't afford it. Okay? All right. I also want to say, stick around. We've got 2 more, but I got a surprise for you at the end. All right? So I'll have a bonus, number 4. Okay, number 2 of the things you should never say if you want to attract money. All right, here it is. You should stop refusing money when it comes to you. Do you understand? You should stop pushing money away. I'm going to give you a scenario that all of you know, right? You go out to dinner and someone buys you something. They buy you. They say, okay, it's on me. That's what they say. And then what do most people do? They go, no. I have to pay. I'm going to do this. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. What you're doing is you're setting yourself up to push money away subconsciously. And that's all based on guilt. It's all based on that you're not worthy to have somebody pay dinner for you. Really, if you get down to it. Stop refusing when people pay for things, or even if someone gives you money. So I can't tell you how powerful this is. Years ago, when I started doing this work on myself, I started to realize I was pushing money away. And here's what I want you to do from now on. If someone offers to buy you lunch or someone gives you something, say thank you. It's so simple. just say, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You can be very humble. You can be very gracious. You can be very loving. And this is what it's going to set up. It's going to set up unconsciously and consciously that you deserve to have money come in. You deserve to have money come in, right? So number 2 is stop refusing money. Okay, so number 3 in the things you should never do if you want to attract money. Number 3 is stop hoarding money. Now, this might not apply to you, right? So it goes both ways. Stop hoarding money, and on the other side, I'm not pushing money away, spending money all the time. They are two sides of the same coin, as they say. The hoarding thing and pushing and not pushing, just spending until you're in debt. It's the two sides of the same coin, really, because it's all based on lack. It's all based on something's wrong. I need to make sure that I have enough money, and it's all based on fear. So another thing I want to say about this hoarding thing is that a lot of people are brought up with the belief you need to save it for a rainy day. Save it for a rainy day because you never know what's going to happen. You never know if you're going to need it. Oh my God. A whole industry called insurance is based on this. And that's all based on fear. It's all based on lack. And it's all based on that you don't trust that everything will work out. Now, I am not advocating being stupid or silly with your money. But I am advocating that actually there will always be enough. And once you start to live that way, you will start to bring it in. There has to be ebb, there has to be flow, the in, the out, the in, the out. That's the way all life works, ebb and flow. Okay, here's your bonus number 4. All right, so this is something you should never do. This takes a little bit more work, but here's the deal. You need to get rid of the idea that you need to work hard for money. This is a belief that is so ingrained into us that it stops us from attracting money. Because what it sets up with you is everything is conditional. I haven't worked hard enough, that's why I'm not getting money, right? Or I don't deserve it because I really didn't do very well on that thing. You get into guilt, you get into sacrifice, and those are the two vibrations, feelings, that will keep anything away from you, especially money. Okay, so I did say that this last one's a little bit more difficult, but you've got to look at your beliefs about what you have been taught from your parents, from the world, and also from your religion or your spirituality. There's a lot of religions and spirituality that is based on sacrifice. That's based on something is wrong with me, I am bad, and I need to be deserving of money, all of that stuff. All of those beliefs, if they come from your mother or they come from the church, I don't care where it comes from. Of course I care, but you've got to stop. You have to stop equating, I've got to work hard for money. Because I tell you, quite honestly, most of the time, that money, really, when money's flowing in my life, I'm not really working hard. And that's what I've noticed with my students too. They're not really working hard. They're just in alignment. Okay, I just need to put one more caveat onto that last one, the bonus number 4. Working hard is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all, right? Because a lot of times when you're working hard, if you're doing something you love and it feels in alignment, like I just said, then it's great. But if you're working hard and it feels like push rock uphill, I'm pushing the rock up the hill, lots of resistance, that's the kind of working hard we need to steer clear of, right? And usually if you're doing that, what you're doing is you're putting your energy into something that you don't believe in or that you don't trust enough, right? And all that being said, it does not mean that sometimes it's challenging. It can be challenging learning something new, applying something new. It's challenging, right? So don't shy away from any challenges, right? But just remember, ultimately, you don't have to work hard to get money. You know, you don't have to work hard to get money. It can come in a million different ways. Okay, let's recap what we just went through. All right, so number 1 was make sure that you stop saying, I can't afford it. Okay? Number 2 is stop refusing money in any way. Right. So number 3 is to really stop hoarding money, saving for a rainy day, all that stuff. And on the other side, stop being a spendthrift and spending and spending and spending. Remember, it's ebb and flow, in and out. That's the way money works, like any other form of energy in the universe. And then our 4th and final one was to make sure that you really work on your belief that you have to work hard for money. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I know that your time is really valuable, and I really am thankful that you're here. I hopefully that you got some value out of what we did. Please put some comments below about what your struggles with money are or what your resonance is with money. I would love to hear it. And if this has turned you on, please check out my other videos. They're all below. And yeah, go to attractpositiveresults.com and find out more about what I do. All right. Remember, today could be the best day of your life. And that's the truth. I'll talk to you soon.